Cameron is weird, y'all. Is it just me? Is it just me? Cameron is weird. He's weird. God bless Claire. Claire is a lot. Claire is a handful. Not taking that away. But Cameron is weird. Let's talk about it though, y'all. So, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Let's talk Married at First Sight. Excuse me, season 17, episode 6. Cancun. Can't touch this. If you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows, one recap at a time, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I would love to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, less than 1,000 subscribers away. So, if you can hear my voice, if you're watching the video and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Why is my face? God, I know y'all sick of seeing me touch my face. I'm sick of doing it. Okay. So it starts off with Cameron and Claire. They are at a splatter room. So they're at this splatter room and they both have these like easels in front of them and they're painting their own little splatter pictures. So Cameron is staring at his picture in his, Picasso, Van Gogh type situation. And he's like, oh, I don't know what's missing. So Claire is like, can I add something to it? He gives her a very quick and firm no. She does it anyways. And he looked like he was irritated by it. That's what I got from it. Maybe he wasn't. But he looked like he was a little irritated by it. But he played it off well. And it turns into like a paint war between the two of them where they're throwing paint at each other. And they seem the most relaxed we have ever seen these two people. Okay? Cameron, they're talking later, and Cameron is excited and is happy that she took his aggressive play well. I feel like the fact that Cameron said you took my aggressive play well, that's concerning to me. Not even gonna hold y'all, because that makes me wonder if he's gonna take what he thinks as aggressive a step further. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that he's gonna be like, abusive or anything, but like, what is the next level in your aggressive play? What is gonna be the next level that you test with her? You know what I mean? That's what I'm wondering. So Claire is talking to the girls later, and she tells all the other ladies that her and Cameron are not physically intimate yet. There's no real like romance going on between them. And she acknowledges, yep, back in my, because of her past, that she's not used to certain things in a relationship. So in her past, she pointed out that some of her older situationships, boyfriends, whatever you want to call it, they didn't always claim her in public. So she's not used to like the PDA and different things like that. So when she sees all the other ladies doing the PDA with their spouses, whether it's hand holding or hugs, or we see Lauren a lot like leaning on Orion's lap and stuff like that. So she's like kind of jealous about that, because it's like, damn, she wants that too, right? So they tell her, well, like, Cameron does do stuff like that. Like when we were all talking, a couple days ago, he had his arm around you. Claire said that she didn't notice. So she wants to do a better job of picking up on some of those subtle social cues or, body language cues that she just might not be picking up on when it comes to him. So there's a lack of communication between the two of them. They don't know if the other is attracted to them, and it's weird. It's a very weird dynamic. It's a very awkward dynamic to watch. So I'm sure it's even more painful to be in. So she says she's going to do a better job at doing it. Meanwhile, Cameron is telling the guys that he's extremely attracted to Claire. He, even though the two of them are not intimate, he's extremely attracted to her. He's just kind of waiting on the moment that he can tell that she feels the same way so that he can, reciprocate and I guess do more, because Cameron has told us and told her family that he is a very like touchy-feely PDA. That's how PDA sexual person. That's how he shows love, is kind of through physical touch. That's his love language. So later we see Cameron is telling Claire that he told the guys that even though he always thought that he was a good communicator, since being with her, he realizes that he can definitely do better. And he applauds and loves the way that she's able to communicate. Claire is very, I don't think she's a better communicator than him. I think she is a different communicator than him. But she appreciates the compliment. And she said she realizes that everybody doesn't communicate the way that she does. Claire is a very in your face. I don't sugarcoat things. I'm going to be very open and honest about what I'm feeling. And that's a great way to communicate. But I think what Claire has to kind of realize is that not everybody communicates the same way. So just because you are okay with communicating with people like that doesn't mean that everybody else is. There are a bunch of different communication styles, um, in different ways that people choose to communicate. And she has to learn to be okay with people not communicating the exact same way that she does. So she says that comparing that she's been basically comparing her and Cameron to kind of the other couples, and she's actually missing some smaller moments, and she's not, giving him the grace that he is trying. So they have a really good conversation. The two of them get through this, and then, sky's the limit with their relationship now. So Cameron, they're on the bus, and I'm gonna get to Emily later, but they're on the bus and they're headed to go on a boat for the day. And Emily, I don't know what she did to her hair. It is just inexcusable and unacceptable that she let her hair get like that. Nonetheless, Cameron just doesn't have social intelligence, right? So you hear this woman complaining about her hair. Like, you can tell that she's like embarrassed and she's anxious about it, but she's kind of making jokes about it. And he's just like, wow, look at your hair. Whoa, wow. How did that happen? Oh my God. Whoa. And it's like, dude, chill. We get it. We heard you the first 5 wows. Like, you don't have to keep saying it over and over and over. And I think that is going to be the biggest struggle and the biggest issue in their marriage is his lack of social intelligence. That's what I think it is. So while they're sitting on this bus, it's raining profusely. And while it's raining, they're trying to wait out the rain. So all the couples are like sitting together, kind of hugged up, leaning on each other, trying to get a little quick nap in. Y'all know filming is strenuous. So they're trying to get a little nap in. He gets out of the seat from next to Claire and he goes and sits somewhere else. So she immediately is like, why did you move? And he's like, oh, because I wanted to get more comfortable and kind of stretch my legs out. And she's telling him, you can sit next to me and just turn this way and stretch your legs out. So then he's like, oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think that, I didn't know if I had that clearance to like lean on you, which is just weird. I feel like, I don't think Cameron likes her, to be honest. I think Cameron thinks that she is a beautiful woman, but I don't think he's attracted to her. He's so weird. I don't like Cameron. I'm sorry. I don't like Cameron. He's weird. He's awkward. I feel like he does stuff to antagonize her. I feel like he has a very pretentious attitude and a very high sense of self compared to everybody else. He looks at himself in a very grandiose type of way. And I don't know. What do y'all say? He gives me the ick. I don't like Cameron whatsoever. So because they couldn't go on the boat because it's raining, they are inside and they got some little charcuterie boards and stuff like that. And Becca pulls out this card game that I guess she thought they were going to play on the boat. So it's a card game where you kind of pick up a card, you ask a question to anybody you want to ask in the group. So Cameron was given the question of what is the hardest part of himself to accept? Well, what is the hardest part of himself to accept? And he said that it's that his memories don't align with who he is anymore. Cameron got some secrets. Cameron is hiding something. Cameron has some secrets. It's something like, who was I watching? Jasmine W. Shout out to her. I was watching comedian Jasmine W. And she even said in her recap from last week, why didn't Clara ask him, why were you in therapy as a child? So we have that. You went to therapy as a child. You don't think therapy is beneficial now as an adult, but you went as a child, and now now you are at a point where you're saying that your memories don't align with who you are. In his confessional, he says that he was a troublemaker in school, and then when his parents got divorced, it affected him. Affected you how? What did you do? Like, seriously, what did he do that wound him up and landed him in therapy? I think Cameron has some deep, dark rooted secrets. Something about Cameron is not right to me. I feel like he's hiding some stuff, and I feel like something is going to explode with the two of them, because I don't think he's being 1,000% truthful with her, to be honest. And you can see that Claire kind of looked at him. I do think she's like psychoanalyzing him and doing all that kind of stuff as opposed to like really talking to him. It does seem like she's constantly trying to therapize him. Is that a word? Therapize? It does seem like she's constantly trying to therapize him. So, but I don't think they're going to work, y'all. I really don't. So the next day they're on the boat, and Cameron and Claire talk about how their connection and their communication is better. It's getting along better. They're doing better with it. He tells her that this has been harder on her than it has on him, because he's more willing to be uncomfortable in situations. He's more willing to be in uncomfortable situations more than she is. And I feel like while she reluctantly agrees, I feel like Cameron says stuff like that to try to one up her. You know what I mean? It's not like he's saying, because, like, what is the point of even saying that? What is the point in saying, this is a hard situation, harder for you, because I'm straight. It's really on you, sis. Like, what is the point in saying that? I'm telling you, I feel like I don't know if he's intimidated by her because of what her job is or what, but it's something where he constantly feels the need to try to like one up her. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's odd. It's odd. It's odd. It's odd. He then goes on to say that he has just been feeding. Excuse me. He's been feeding off of the energy between the two of them. So because her energy is showing that she hasn't, she's reluctant, she's uncomfortable, she's nervous. That's why he's giving that energy as well. When it's kind of like, if you know that that's the energy that she's giving, why wouldn't you just try to like comfort her and make her feel more comfortable? I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think about Cameron and Claire? Do y'all think they're gonna make it? Because I don't. I don't. I really, really don't. I'm telling y'all, something about him is super, super odd. I can't explain it, but it is. But let me know what you guys thought about Cameron and Claire in this episode. Check out, every couple has their own dedicated recap. So check out the other 3 recaps from the other 3 couples. Leave some comments down below, and I will catch you guys Wednesday. We'll be on time on Wednesday. Peace.